Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Today we are reading from Srimad Bhagavatam, 10th Canto, Chapter 4, The Atrocities of King Kamsa, text 28 and 29. 28 has no purport, so first I will read it, then 29 we will chant together. Text 28. Sri Shuka Uvacha Kamsaivam Prasannabhyam Vishuddham Pratibhashitaha Devaki Vasudevabhyam Anujñāto Vishatruham. Translation. Sukadeva Goswami continued, thus having been addressed in purity by Devaki and Vasudeva, were very much appeased. Kamsa felt pleased, and with their permission he entered his home. Please repeat text 29. Tasyam Ratriyam Vyatithayam Kamsaha Ahuya Mantrinaha Hebhyaha Achashta Tat Sarvam Yaduktam Yoga Nidraya Tasyam Ratriyam Vyatithayam Kamsa Ahuya Mantrinaha Tebhya Chastatat Sarvam Yaduktam Yoga Nidraya. Tasyam, that, Ratriyam, night, Vyaditayam, having passed, Kamsaha, King Kamsa, Ahuya, calling for, Mantrinaha, all the ministers, Tebhyaha, them, Achashta, informed, Tat, that, Sarvam, all, Yaduktam, which was spoken, that Kamsa's murder was already somewhere else. Yoga Nidraya, by Yoga Maya, the goddess Durga. Translation and proper by His Divine Grace A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada. After that night passed, Kamsa summoned his ministers and informed them of all that had been spoken by Yoga Maya, who had revealed that he who was to slay Kamsa had already been born somewhere else. Purport. The Vedic scripture Chandi describes Maya, the energy of the Supreme Lord, as Nidra. Durga Devi Sarva Bhudeshu Nidra Rupena Samasita. The energy of Yoga Maya and Mahamaya keeps the living entities sleeping in this material world in the great darkness of ignorance. Yoga Maya, the goddess of Durga, kept Kamsa in darkness about Krishna's birth and misled him to believe that his enemy Krishna had been born elsewhere. Krishna was born the son of Devaki, but according to the Lord's original plan, as proposed to Brahma, he went to Vrindavan to give pleasure to Mother Yashoda and Nanda Maharaja and other intimate friends and devotees for 11 years. Then he would return to kill Kamsa. Because Kamsa did not know this, he believed Yogamaya's statement that Krishna was born elsewhere, not of Devaki. Namo Om Vishnupadaya Krishna Preshthaya Bhutale Srimate Bhakti Vikasa Swami Iti Namine. Namo Om Vishnupadaya Krishna Preshthaya Bhutale Srimate Bhakti Vedanta Swami Iti Namine. Namaste Saraswati Deve Gauravani Pracharane Nirvisesha Shunyavadika Shakti Deshitara. Ya Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhara Srivasadi Gaur Bhaktivinoda. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Tasyam Radhyam Yatithayam Kamsa Ahuya Mantrinaha Tebhya Achashta Tat Sarvam Yaduktam Yoganitaya. In translation, after that night passed, Kamsa summoned his ministers and informed them all that had been spoken by Yogamaya, who had revealed that he who was to slay Kamsa had already been born somewhere else. So now we are hearing the Krishna's appearance, this wonderful pastime. So many different things already in these 3-4 chapters we are hearing, and still there are lots to hear. So now the Yogamaya appeared, spoke to Kamsa, and Kamsa believed, and then he is going back to his home. And now in this particular verse that we see he is also informing, telling to the ministers whatever he heard from Yogamaya. Not only just he believed, and also he informed them. And that's what Srila Prabhupada also in the purport is explaining. So Kamsa is thinking that Krishna born somewhere else. He's somewhere, who knows where, So he somehow bewildered. Not somehow is Krishna's plan. And Maya is a very good instrument for it. So Srila Prabhupada in the purport is talking about the living entities in the material world. Not only comes every living entity in this material world, they are also under the spell of Mahamaya. They are also in the great darkness of ignorance, Srila Prabhupada says. So this is very important to understand for the living entity, then only they can come out. Unless they know they are in ignorance, they are in darkness, they will never come out of it. They will remain forever. Because the activity without that knowledge that what is our constitutional position, who am I, who is God, what is our relationship. Without this knowledge, all our activities puts us again more and more struggle in this material world, more and more in ignorance. So, therefore, uh, when someone forgets his identity, what we call him is madman. If we go to Bangalore, the famous hospital is there, Nimhans. Uh, these all mad people are there, admitted for the treatment. And if you see what they're doing, one man standing up and some bench like this, and then he's imagining himself like he's Mahatma Gandhi, he's a father of nation, and there are thousands of people gathering in front of him, and he's giving very big speech. And then another man is doing something else, another man is doing something else. So everyone is, they call mad people because they forgot their identity, who they are. So Srila Prabhupada also several times he quote one incident that there was a court case, some murder case. The lawyer uh, arguing that my client, he's he was when he killed someone, when he was killing, that time he became mad. So when he was mad, he didn't know what he is doing. Without his knowledge, this happened. So because he was diseased, he was mad. So he did. So please excuse. He was requesting to the judge. Uh, and then the judge wanted to really check whether that man was mad. So they brought the doctor and then to check whether any symptoms, any, madness is there in this man. So the doctor checked that in my experience, whomever I come across, whomever I met, everyone is mad only. So therefore, Srila Prabhupada says, actually, people who are not in Krishna conscious, who are not um, having the idea that I am spirit soul, I am eternal servant of Krishna, I supposed to serve Krishna not in this material world, this material body or anything related to this body. So then he is a mad person. Means most of the population all over the world, all over the universe, everyone is mad. If you say this outside, people will so much object. How can you say it? It's very heavy, when you say someone is mad. It's not so easily they will accept it. But actual, if you reality is that they are mad because they forgot their identity. They have no idea who they are. So Srimad Bhagavatam also says, Harava Bhaktasya Kato Maharguna. If one is not devotee, if he is not Krishna conscious, he cannot have any good quality. Why? Because manoratena sati dhavato bhahi. So, person who is not engaged in devotional service in Krishna conscious activities, then he will not have any good qualities. One may say, oh, no, he is doing so many wonderful things. He is working very hard to take care of his family, society, community. He is working so hard for the nation, for this, that, so much. He is very responsible, working very hard. And so many things you may say. But these all because of his manoratena, this all mental speculation. That's not his duty. That is his secondary duty, maybe. But he should act on his primary duty, which is as a spirit soul, engage in the service of the Lord. So because of that, he forgets He forgotten his real identity. So he is a madman. He cannot have any good quality. He cannot do anything good for himself or others. So exactly, if you little intelligent after reading Srila Prabhupada books, coming in touch with devotees, if you just observe outside world, you can realize really the people are mad. Really, people are, crazy. How much they work and what they do and for what doesn't make any sense. It is just so madness. Is just you can't even believe whether is it possible like that. Just like now we were on the way back from Yatra uh, from Ayodhya. We got the train to come back to Salem. In the train when we getting in, already the coach, each coach has 72 seats. But in the each coach already more than 300, 400 people are there. And we didn't know what to do. We couldn't even get in the train. Uh, very, after so much struggle, train is stopped in that station only 2 minutes. We have to, 40 of us has to get in with our luggage. It was a great struggle. Somehow we managed to get in. But once you get into the seat, this way, that way, then you can't move anywhere. They don't allow you. The seat is meant for 3 people, one seat for sitting. If you're sleeping, one person supposed to be. But there are 7 people already sitting, and you want to sit in your seat. Where it's possible. Then this way, that way, we got, our place to sit, and we can't move even 1 inch. And why is so much crowd? They're all youngsters from Bihar. They're traveling towards Erode, Tirupur, Coimbatore, all these cities. They are coming to work here as a labor. All this crowd is just working from all the way from Bihar to Tamil Nadu. They come Tamil Nadu, Kerala also they go work as a labor. If you think of this, why these people are doing like this? Unless you are a madman, you won't do that. We saw while traveling all the way, Bihar is such a nice fertile land is there. So much land, so much rice is growing, so much opulence is there, so much mango farms, so much, just these people stay in their land and do little cultivation. They get their food, have a little shelter, they could live peacefully, happily. But they don't want. And government and the whole society, whole system, everything is promoting people to earn money. Once you become rich, you will be happy, you will enjoy your life. But this all Maya's spell of Maya, is it just Maya is tricking them, like that. Everyone believes that. And what is the result? Is these laborers, after working so hard for months, they don't go see the family. Many of them are married, they have kids, they have wife, and they're left alone, and they come all the way, and they can't just go every weekend there, They have to stay for a long time, for months and months, sometimes even a year. They don't see. They work so much, and what they get, you think that after 2-3 years hard work, they become very rich and they go build big bungalow and then live happy? No. All life they work like this. Anyway, if they work here also, they are struggling for the food, for the maintenance of the family. And why don't they stay there itself instead of traveling like this? Even this traveling itself is not worthy like this. You can't go to toilet, pass water. The toilet of 4 or 5 people are standing. Every time when you go to pass water, you have to ask them to come out. So much crowd this train. And we complain to railway and the police comes to check what is our complaint. The most crazy thing, the police can't see the difference, what is our complaint. They can't understand. When you say it's too crowded, yeah, it's too crowded. For them, it's looking, nothing wrong there. First one policeman came, he can't understand any English, I can't speak any Hindi. So he went back, and then another station came, another police woman came, and she's even worse. she she's just asking, "What's your complaint? What is your complaint?" Oh, repeatedly, I'm trying to explain. She can't understand anything. Then finally, another man came, and he was speaking few English words, but he can also understand. Oh, it's overcrowded. Then he entered the coach after so much great difficulty. He came to our place and then he asked, "You have a ticket? You have a ticket?" None of them has a ticket. And he couldn't do anything. He just came down because train started to move. So if you just all these things, if you think why people are like this, why they have to struggle so much. Even this policeman, why he has to do this kind of job? Is this really intelligent person can do this kind of job and struggle? What is the need of this work? What is the need of this so much struggle? Not at all necessary. Not at all necessary. It's not worthy. The human form of life is, the Shastra says, is the Manusya Janma Durlabha. It's very rare to obtain. And this opportunity is given, especially the civilized human being. We are all so much, thinking that we are all advanced, we are, civilized, we are, in the peak of civilization, we are the most developed so far in the history. We have all the great technology, all these things, so much boosting ourselves, but ultimately, whether people are happy? Not at all. No one is happy. All this kind of labor people, they think once I work hard and then somehow one day I will succeed in my life, then I will succeed in my life means getting some money. That's their goal. Once I get money, then I will be happy. I will enjoy my life. That is their all dream. But if you see other side, all the rich people, of course not so many, because mostly they are struggling they are dreaming to become rich, but very few there are rich people also there. And those rich people, what they are doing? They are also working more than these labor class people. They are also working. They are also so much struggling. They have no time to meet their family members. I heard this Ambani has to have a fixed appointment to meet his wife and children. They have to meet him, they have to fix appointment for that. I don't know how much is true, but you can't believe these kind of things today in the modern society. Anything can happen. Is it not madness? I read one incident, I don't know whether that also is true or not. Somebody posted in Facebook one incident that this Tata, another very big businessman, everybody knows in India at least. So he was traveling from one country to another country by flight, and and the flight somebody met, recognized him. He's very big, famous businessman. So, and he had a laptop like this, and he was all the way through the travel. He was working something. And somebody approached him and asked him, "So, sir, you're so rich and so so much property everywhere and so much wealth. You are already achieved a lot. Now you are traveling. You could just relax yourself for at least for 1 2 hours, take rest. Why you have to work so hard, so much?" And then what was his reply? And this reply was so much appreciated, so much. Actually, the post idea is that, to promote his reply. What was his reply? You see, we take off the flight. Now we are flying above the clouds. We came very high. Now we should not think this is enough. We should go even more high. So means he says that you should never think that is working hard is enough. You should just all the time go up. But he doesn't understand the reality. The flight cannot just travel all the time like this. How far it can travel? Maximum till the fuel is there. Huh? Is it not? The flight has to come down anyway. So no one can just go on. But if we see, not only Ambani, not only Tata, even this in America, all these big rich people, millionaires, billionaires, all people are working so hard. But if you actually, think of view of Bhagavatam, view of Srila Prabhupada, if you see, these are madness. These are people are actually mad people. They don't know for what they work. Like yesterday we heard Gokul say, these politicians are, looting so much money, thousands of crores. What you can do? Even if you build the whole building with money, still will be so much. What you will do with that money? How much you are going to enjoy? The worst thing, all these people, either labor class people or these all great billionaires, all of these people are working so hard, but none of them having any time to enjoy it. Many years back, I remember in Agraharam, there is one famous textile shop. They have several shops all over the city. And so the boss, owner, always he's in one shop. We are trying to cultivate him. So one time I came to invite him for Janmashtami, with a Janmashtami invitation. And he is kind of, worshipping Krishna, keeping Krishna's picture everywhere. He claims himself as Krishna's great devotee. So I invited him. He said, "Oh, Swamiji is very nice, very happy, but I can't come because I have to work." Even for one day in a year for festival, he claimed himself as a great devotee of Krishna, and he cannot come for even darshan. He cannot come for even one festival. He say, "I come morning 7 o'clock and till 11 o'clock I have to stay. I have to open the, gate, open the shop. Then till I close the shop, I can't move anywhere. So I have to be here." And I asked, "Sir, for what you are working? You have several shops, everybody knows, all over the city. And you already having quite some Money is not that if you don't work one day, you will not have a next day breakfast or something. You have to starve or nothing like that. You have quite, wealth. And so for what purpose you are working so much? And then he said, for my future generation, for my son, my grandsons. And if you go to the next shop where his son is working, he is also doing same thing. So these people, none of them are going to utilize that money which they are earning. They're not going to use to enjoy their life because they have no time to enjoy because they're working so hard. So definitely they are mad people. Therefore, Prabhupada is very boldly he says they are mad people. So why? Because of dark ignorance. As Prabhupada says, forgotten their identity. So therefore, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu says, Jeev Jago, Gaurachandra bole, Gaurachandra, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu says, all living beings, please wake up, Jeev Jago. How long you are going to sleep in the lap of Maya? So he is asking us to come out of this ignorance. But we forgot what we promised when we were in the womb of mother. All of us so much very suffering condition, very awkward position, very painful situation. 7th month, Prabhupada explains that you feel so much pain, so dark in the womb, you can't move. There every small bugs biting is so much painful. Skin is so soft, very tender body. You can't tolerate. So much painful. So that time, Srila Prabhupada say all the fortunate souls, they pray to Krishna, Lord, please let me get out of this suffering condition. Once I come out, I will be engaged in Krishna consciousness. I will be engaged in your devotional service. Everyone is praying like that. But as soon as we come out, we forgot our prayer, we're forgetting our suffering condition in the womb. So then we keep on, engage ourselves. Manoratena sati. We speculate ourselves, thinking I'm this, I'm that, so many identification, and engaging ourselves in so many, crazy activities, and we struggle more and more. Again, repeatedly taking birth, again dying, again taking birth, repeatedly. But fortunately, the Acharyas, the Vedas, Upanishads, everything instruct us that particularly this human form of life is not, just, okay, I have born and lived and died. That's it, not like that. When we take birth in the human form of life, the capacity is given to think, who am I? Why I have born here? Why I am forced to become old? Why I am forced to become diseased? Why I am forced to die? Is there any solution for this? I want to live eternally, but I am forced to die. Why? So we should think. So therefore, Shastra always says that, come out of this ignorance. Upanishad also says, Uttishta Jhagrata, Uttishta, wake up, wake your conscious, don't sleep, don't be in ignorance. So, how to come out? In this Chiv Jago song, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu gives the solution also, not just speaking the problems. In the material world, people are so much bewildered, so much suffering is there. When somebody speaks about the problems, they are so much absorbed. You see every evening, all the ladies sitting in front of this stupid TV, watching all these serials, because the serials what they show all the problems in the family, and daughter-in-law and mother-in-law problems, this problem, that problem, all the problems every day they bring on new problems, and then next day they expect, oh, tomorrow will be some solution for this problem, but they will never give solution because they have no idea what is the solution for it. So they can go on bringing every day one new problem, tension they create. Last second they put the, this will continue. The episode will continue tomorrow. So that in such a way they will put that they have to see next day. Otherwise, they will be so much excited to see what will happen tomorrow. There is today so much problem came, so tomorrow will be some solutions. Tomorrow something will be solved. It's not like that. When you read Srila Prabhupada books, he speaks a lot about the problem, about the problems in the society, how much people are suffering, what are the difficulties, Janma Mrityu Jara Vyadhi, how many times we repeatedly hear, Adidavika, Adhyatmika, Adibhaudika Kleshas, there are lots and lots of Prabhupada speaks about these things, but doesn't stop with that only, like these serials. Prabhupada speaks also about the solution. So Bhakti Vinod Thakur in his song also, he gives solution. What Chaitanya Mahaprabhu says, that Enachi Aushati Maya Nashi Baro Lagi. Aushati, the medicine for this disease. He gives, Srila Prabhupada explained that when a man remains unconscious under some intoxication or a snake bite, there are some herbs. If it is put before his nostril, then the patient smells. Immediately he gets consciousness. So there is some treatment for the unconscious person. By smelling some herb, he can come back to his consciousness. So similarly, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu gives this medicine, this Enachi Aushati Maya Nashi Baralagi. What is that medicine? Is Harinama Mahamantra Lautani. So Harinama Mahamantra. By chanting Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. What happens? Our heart gets cleansed. The Kama, Krodha, Lobha, Moha, Mada, Matsarya, everything is get cleansed. So then we are able to see ourselves, who we are. Now the Chetodarpana Marjanam, the Darpana, the mirror of the heart is so much dust, so much for many lifetime we accumulated so much dust, so much Kama, Krodha, Lobha, everything is so much covered. So slowly, by chanting Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Slowly, slowly, you just clean that mirror, then you can see yourself. It's very clean. Once the mirror is clean, then very clearly we can see. Then we know who we are, how we are looking. So once we understand who we are, we are the spirit soul, not this material body, not this. These are my family, not these are my society. This is not my love, friends, this, that. So many things we were thinking, but none of this are mine. uh. I'm Krishna's. uh. I'm Krishna's servant. I meant for Krishna's service. So then, once we are clear in that, uh, our identity becomes very clear, then we will be able to engage. That's only the solution uh, to come out of this dark ignorance. So we are all very much, fortunate to come in touch with Srila Prabhupada and his books and his lectures and so many other ways we can purify ourselves, not only just chanting. Of course, just chanting itself is not a small thing, that's the greatest thing. But since we can't imitate like Hare Das Thakur sitting 24 hours chanting Hare Krishna because it's not possible. We have no taste for it. So Prabhupada mercifully given us so many different activities like building this temple, book distribution, prasada distribution, so many activities. So by engaging in those activities, we can remain in Krishna conscious. Then we can purify ourselves by the service, by the prasadam, and so many other ways. So then, we can also give this knowledge to others by distributing books and preaching so many different ways. We can, by giving to others, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu gives us his mercy more. So then we become more purified, then we preach to others. Then in that way, is go on increasing. Anantam Pudivardhanam. So really we can become happy. So that doesn't mean that in Krishna consciousness that so far we are talking about this outside people who are not in Krishna consciousness, they are working so hard and because they work so hard and the result is they are not happy, they are, suffering increased. So therefore they are mad. So that doesn't mean that think that Krishna consciousness means you just do nothing. Here you don't have to work. In Krishna consciousness also we work. We work even more. That's what actually Srila Prabhupada say, that we should work even more because we know that for what we are working. These people are working outside. They don't know even for what they are working. The result brings them more suffering only. But we know the result, we know for what we are working. Even while working, we are getting bliss. This work is result in bliss. So nobody wants to less bliss. Everybody wants to more. Happiness is as much as possible they want to get. So more you work, more you get the bliss. So everyone who works in Krishna consciousness hard, they experience it. So if you are not experiencing, please work hard. So ultimately, hard work is good if it is for Krishna consciousness. Otherwise, it's madness. Hare Krishna. So I stop here. Is there any comment or question? Hmm. Yeah. 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 Yesterday, Gokupu also mentioned that point that this sometimes devotees wonder how Hiranyakashipu, Kamsa, all these demons are speaking such a philosophy and exactly like Bhagavad Gita. This Hiranyakashipu speaking. How is this possible? They are speaking, but they don't believe it. Uh, they don't, accept it. This is fact. They don't believe it actually. They just speak. So what's the use? Yeah, 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 yeah. And also they use always just to get some material name, fame, and so many other things. Some people, just to get some material benefit, material profit of it. So it's ultimately it's not what you talk, what you practice also. Therefore, acharyas always call that first achar, then prachar, not without practicing. So acharyas always what their life is whatever they speak, their life also same thing. It's not different. But these people are completely opposite. Now what I see this even worse now. Now because of the social media, as soon as the episode over, immediately all the social media people now they are making videos. What will happen tomorrow? They speculate. For that video, there are thousands of views people are watching. So people are so much mad after these serials. Mm. Yeah. Hare Krishna. ग्रंथराज श्रीमद् भागवतम की जय, श्रील प्रभुपाद की जय।